couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, a guy called Jamie from a band called Scribble Victory, who are excellent. And during our conversation, he came out with something that to me was quite unexpected. He said, "You're a proper feminist, aren't you, Dan?" Now, I've been called many things. Feminist is not one of them. But given the conversation, I think he was right in what he said, because leading up to this for a few weeks on Facebook, every day I'd been commenting on inspirational women in rock and metal, and I'm a big advocate of more women being in the genre. And if you take feminism as the belief that men and women are equal, then yes, I'm a feminist. I mean, men and women, we're physically different, but I believe we should be treated equally. But recently there's been the resurgence of this horrible type of feminism that isn't feminism at all. I touched on it a few months ago. The feminazis, the women who just hate men and hate women who refuse to hate men with them. And over the weekend I saw a video by a woman called Terry Strange, and she's in a whole different league. Now, she calls herself a political feminist and witch, and straight away I realised I'm going to have problems with this. If you've got politics and witchcraft in the same sentence, I'm not going to take you too seriously. I mean, imagine watching Newsnight and Michelle Hussein is interviewing a minister, and she goes, "So, minister, what's your opinion on the crisis in Syria?" If this minister then drew a pentagram on the table and threw some chicken bones in it, I wouldn't be inclined to vote for them. This woman, she is a political feminist, and she advocates, strap yourself in for this, or rather strap yourself on for this, she is a political lesbian. And in her own words, it is because being straight is a choice. Fucking wow. That means if being straight is a choice, then being gay is a choice. So all those Bible bashing fucking redneck lunatics, the ones who are going, "Hey, you know, if you're gay, it just means you hate Jesus," or the fucking imams having blokes' heads cut off, they're actually right, because people are only gay or straight because they fucking choose to be. I mean, do you remember the original Star Wars film? The moment when the Death Star blew up Alderaan and Obi-Wan Kenobi was on the Falcon and went, "Oh, I felt a sudden disturbance in the Force," like millions of voices cried out in terror. That was the gay community when this woman said you can pick your own sexuality. And this is political lesbianism. What's political? What is political about choosing who you're allowed to fuck? Although if you watch this lady's video, and if I can find it again, I will post it in the comments, it seems more like she just wants to have sex with other women, not women to go with each other, just to have a go with her. Political. If I went down the local elections for the council elections and all the candidates were sat there and I had to fuck one of them first, I probably wouldn't vote. But to say that you cannot be a feminist unless you have a sexual relationship with another woman, let's put this in context. Now, I'm a happily married man, and Mrs. Disgruntled's very firm about me not fucking other women. So for this part, hypothetically, if I were single, if I use the same argument, but I'll use it for the proper nice version of feminism where it's about equality, I could walk about on a Saturday afternoon with a clipboard approaching women going, "Excuse me, could you ask a couple of questions, please? First of all, do you think men and women should be treated equally?" And I'd guess most people go, "Yes." And I go, "Are you in a relationship at the moment?" And if whichever hypothetical woman says no, I'll go, "Well, do you want to come and fuck me then?" And when they look shocked, I go, "Sorry, I think you agree that men and women should be treated equally. Now, I'd quite like to have sex, and if you don't want to have sex with me, then you're actually oppressing me. You are the oppressor." And whatever reason the woman gives for not shagging me, because now I've got the victim train rolling and you can't stop that fucker. This is exactly what Terry Strange is doing. She's playing the victim card all the time. Use the same thing. So, well, what is it about me? And if this hypothetical woman says, "Oh, you're too old," it'd be, "Oh, right, so equality, but you're ageist." Or if I'm overweight, "Oh, right, so now you're fat shaming me when all I want to do is shag you." Or, the one I was thinking about today would be amazing. I'm bald, and a lot of women don't like bald men. I could then go, "Do you know where male pattern baldness actually comes from? It's passed down the mother's side of the family. Women did this to me, women made me this, and now I'm being rejected because of it. I'm such a victim." Actually, fuck it, let's not even take doesn't it even take sexual equality? I can make it even dafter playing the same card, because all they do is they have a very blinkered approach and only focus on that. See, I'm left-handed. I've mentioned before, I'm part of an oppressed group which has been, treated badly throughout history. We used to be burned as witches. I could do the same questions like, hi, do you think left and right-handed people should be treated the same? And everyone's going to say, well, yes, of course. Oh, are you in a relationship at the moment? No, I'm not. I say, have you been in a relationship with a right-handed man? And if this hypothetical woman then says yes, I could then go, well, do you want to come and have sex with me then? Because I'm left-handed. And if you say no, basically, you are oppressing me based entirely on me being left-handed. Why not tie me to the stake and burn me as a witch? Although, as we've covered so far, some witches are really daft. It used to be said the lunatics were running the asylum. That's not happening anymore. Now, the lunatics are out in the community building asylums to put the rest of us into. The world has gone mad. No, I'm not ending it there, just the thought. For true equality, for everyone to be equal, this is a fact, all polar bears are left-handed. So, if you want to be a feminist, you've got to fuck a polar bear.